You know how many big breaks I thought I was going to get? 30.
30.
You know, I mean, let's take The Longest Yard, for example. I thought that was going to change my life. Right now that it's been on the air for 13 years, we can get out of the way.
Right.
How can it not change your life? Look at the cast. Look what Adam Sandler, the damage he was doing in 2005,
Right.
2004, 2000. Anything he touched turned to gold.
Right.
While I was shooting the movie, they said, it's all over. Like, it's all over. Like, once this movie comes out, you write your own ticket.
Here's the fucked up thing. I forgot you was in the movie.
Yeah. You know,
That's the fucked up thing.
The crazy thing is that I remember the movie getting released and just sitting at home and looking at the phone. And nobody called. And then Nick Turturro got a bunch of movies, and Lobo got a bunch of movies, and Tracy Morgan got put in fucking 30 Rock, and Terry Crews, forget what happened with Terry Crews.
That guy.
And
I forgot he was in this movie.
Yeah, there I was, the fucking ugly chick at the dance.
Did you feel bad that when you saw everybody getting shit?
Horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible. How would you feel if you thought this was it? Your life was going to change.
Right.
When I say change, what was I? Did I think I was going to be driving a convertible fucking Maserati with 20 people in the car? No. You know what change was for me? 20 weeks of work.
Right.
200 people coming to my shows, maybe. Getting an agent to book you. Getting a stronger theatrical agent.
Right.
None of that happened.
Did you have an agent at the time when you got it?
Yeah, he was a bum then, and he's a bum now. He's like Tony Montana in Scarface. You know, it was.
It didn't change him that you got that.
It set me fucking. Like, the movie came out in May, and by October, I was a fucking mess.
Damn, son.
Like, the phone hadn't rang. No agents came and spoke to me. You know, but if that was somebody else, I'm not crying.
Right.
If that was somebody else who got it, it would have been all over. It would have been a billboard. It would have been a variety thing. Right. Congratulations to this guy, our client, for doing this. You know, it's just the things that didn't happen. And I'm not crying. I got the experience of my life.
Right.
But when I was doing that movie, a wise man told me, he pulled me aside one day, goes, you're doing great in this, but this has to take time. It's got to take cultures.
Right.
And recently, I saw it. You go on the fucking Rogan podcast. Nobody knows who the fuck you are. They look you up, and now they go, that's the fat dude from The Longest Yard.
Oh, shit.
Now they research more.
Yeah.
So what I learned was everything comes back in cultures.
Right.
Everything, that Mad TV you did that nobody fucking saw, now one night they air it at 11 o'clock, and there's a million people home because there's a snowstorm, and you're a fucking star.
Right.
So everything takes cultures. Everything comes in cultures. What you did in 2007, if it was good, history's going to come back to repeat itself.
Right.
You know how many times people have called, hit me on Twitter and said, I didn't know you were My Name is Earl. They don't know.
Yeah.
So it comes back. Now they'll go pay the $5.
Right.
Now that's validation. That's my favorite show. Now I got to go see him. All those things. And for me, it was not a movie, right? Like, for me, it was not a movie. It was not me killing on the road. People fucking hated me on the road.
Damn.
It was telling a hooker story. Telling a story about me mugging a hooker. So it blew me away.
And you told that on the podcast.
I told it on the podcast.
The only place you could fucking tell
And
it.
next thing you know, there was 100 people at a show down in Hollywood cheering to tell the hooker story.
Damn.
But the one thing I think you guys not are missing, but maybe don't realize how big it is, because I'm almost 2 years in. Like, I see people, like, a shot for me is you letting me do the Wilbur, is Felipe letting me do a guest spot at Caroline's, like that sort of stuff. That, like, to me, because, like, I've seen people who are,
And that's not a shot.
No, to me it feels like a shot.
That's just an opportunity for you to look
Learn some
into the
shit.
ocean from the fucking beach and go, oh, that's what the bottom of the ocean
Oh no, but
looks like.
I don't mean I'm gonna get an agent and blow up. I just mean, like, it's the next step. It's like a
No. Right now, you got no shots in your future.
You don't consider that
you
a
got
shot?
in your future is getting on stage right now for the next 2 years until your tongue.
You don't think
turns
there's
red.
levels of shots? No.
There's levels of shots, but for you, a guest spot at Caroline's isn't really going to propel you. It's just to show you what it's going to be like. It's like when Jim Valvano made his players cut the net down before the season began to show them what it was, to show them what to feel like when they cut the net down.
Right.
That's what that's for you for.
That's fueling your engine.
That's fueling your engine.
Right.
Yeah.
When you go up in front of 1,200 people and you bomb, you're going to go home, and that's fueling your engine. I'll never be mad at you because we all went through that bomb. The first time we got up in a big theater and we thought, and they gave you a guest spot, and you fought and you're excited, all of a sudden they didn't laugh at you. Now you're back to square one. So it's really not a shot. These are opportunities for you to peek behind the curtain and go, oh, that's what it's like to go up in front of 1,500 people.
Get some experience
That's what
and
it's
learn.
like to do a Friday night.
Yeah.
That's what it's like. You're at the 2-year mark where all you need to do is get on stage, put your head down.
Oh no, and
Get
I
on
don't expect
stage
anything, but to me that's
and keep going.
because I see people at open mics who've been at open mics for 10 years and haven't done a real show.
Because-
so to me that's a show. I mean, maybe in 10 years
Listen,
I'll,
you control, in this business, you control what you want to do. And it starts by the word no. I'm not doing that no more. I'm not doing that place no more. I'm going to lose doing 5 spots a week. But the 2 spots that I do are really going to elevate me.
Right.
Those are the things that at your level right now, all you got to worry about is what you're not going to do anymore and how you're going to propel yourself up. But in the meanwhile, all you got to do, look at, Bill Burr taught us a big lesson. Bill Burr got his head knocked off with a TV show that was, the reason why it hurt Bill more than it did was because it had all the makings
Right.
to be the next Seinfeld. It just wasn't a TV show with him and fucking some bum from the store. It had the guy from Office Space, Dharma from Dharma and Greg. It had an all lineup cast that they had
I don't
put
remember
together.
that show.
Yeah.
I just remember he was on it.
So when he went down, if you learn anything from Tom Rhodes, Margaret Cho, Greg Giraldo, Tom Rhodes, Margaret
Burr.
Cho, Bill Burr, and Greg Giraldo, from those 4 people, the biggest lesson I learned was that once your show gets canceled, and while that show's getting taped, keep getting on that fucking horse.
Yeah.
Because that's the key. What you and I have witnessed is motherfuckers that get a TV show and go, shit, I don't need stand-up. Then the show gets canceled after 3 years. And now those guys that they were neck and neck with doing stand-up are now a level on top of them because they quit. And now their show's a failure. And now they got to start all over again. They're going out thinking they're going to get clapped. Oh, you on that show that got canceled. And you got to start all over again. Starting all over again? Those are the motherfuckers I take my props off to. Because most people, after their show fails at CBS, they go away. They become real estate agents.
Hilarious.
They really do. And we've seen it. And I've seen it. I can name 5 guys that came to this town that had more heat than you, me, and Sebastian put together
Damn,
from
Sebastian.
fucking Montreal. Came down here, got a shot at a TV show. The show, the pilot didn't get picked up. Now the agents are a little weary. And then by mistake one night, they happened to walk into the Comedy Store and they have to follow. I saw a motherfucker that was good looking, looked like Steve Reeves. I forget what his name was. Looked just like Superman, built like Superman. Went up to Montreal in '98, got all this fucking clout, deals.
Was
They
he
had-
funny or just good looking?
He was just good looking.
Yeah, and they gave him the.
And they
'cause he was
gave
good.
him.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget him walking into the store with 4 Jews, you know, with suits on, you know, and that
That's a
motherfucker.
lot of Jews.
And I'll never forget that motherfucker had to follow Dice in the main room.
Oh shit!
And he fell apart hard.
Damn.
I never saw him back at the Comedy Store. In fact, I never saw that motherfucker again.
Did Dice leave with his Jews?
Dice left with the 3 wise men.
Yeah.
Only one little assistant Jew left with him. The other 3 were, you know, I've seen that 1,000 times. I've seen that 1,000 times. And people think they come out here and, you know, hey, listen, I'm not going to lie to you. In 1987, I thought if I got a job bartending, I'd be discovered.
Just bartending?
Yeah, oh yeah. I was mixed drinks and somebody was in the comment and go, oh, you're perfect for Hollywood. I was retarded too. And then I got here and I realized, you know, in what's the movie that made those 2 guys famous? Not Sleepers, but the ones that they went out and
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Swingers.
Swingers, yeah.
He has a line in there. He goes,
Favreau.
what are you talking about? I got to work hard. I heard they were giving out development deals at the airport at LAX. That's what it was like here in '95.
So,
and the networks found out hard that the choices that all these networks put on them, these guys couldn't cover the spread.
Yeah, the networks gave money to the wrong people.
To the wrong people.
And then they
Thousands
started pulling
of dollars.
back. Yeah, millions, bro.
Millions.
Yeah.
I know people that are on a list. I heard this from a VP once. We were talking. He was telling me that Fox, for example, every year they have a list of like 10 to 20 people that are like past movie stars or like had a show and it failed. They'll give him $250,000 just to lock them in, just in case something happens. They're playing the long game.
Yeah.
Just in case somebody picks them up, boom. Just in case somebody has a script, boom, they got him. You know, people who that you've forgotten about.
Right.
Somebody like Gina Davis, for example, who was hot 20 years ago. They'll give Gina Davis $250,000 and hold her for a year. $250,000.
Some just in case shit.
Just in case shit.
Yeah.
Then they'll give a couple blacks deals, couple Latinos deals. So when the fucking black organizations and Latino organizations raise their hand and go, what about black people? What about Latino? What are you talking about? We gave such and such a developmental deal. He didn't do that with him. Well, such and such has been on stage for a year. He doesn't even know how to wipe. He doesn't even know how to bring somebody up. I still remember.
That's crazy. They're just covering their ass.
Dog, I still remember being at the store on a Sunday night and them bringing a kid in who had destroyed in Montreal. And the kid, you could tell by how he held the microphone that he was a dud. You know how they hold the mic, open mic, just hold the microphone with the wing open? He couldn't even do an intro.
It's like somebody with their first cigarette.
You know at the Comedy Store how you have to bring up the next guy? He didn't even know how to do the intro. When he put the mic back in, he was fumbling. They gave that guy a $500,000 deal.
Oh my God.
You're not, but after taxes and everything, it's $340.
Right.
That's okay.
And guess what? That guy goes and buys a car, an apartment. His show don't get picked up. He's a waiter in 6 months. He's a waiter in 6 months. It's not even the shot. It's what you do with it. If you're a fighter and I punch you with the best right hook and you stagger a little bit and I get on top of you and he buckles you and gets out, I didn't do nothing with that right hook.
Yeah. You just need the shot.
That
though.
right hook
You know what
was
I'm
a
saying?
fucking nightmare. You know, when we got here, the shot was this. Ian Edwards had a TV show. He puts you on reoccurring, 6 out of 10 episodes. When the season's over, I go out and sell out fucking all the improv.
Right.
That's what it used to be like. No more. You could do 10 TV shows now. Ain't nobody coming to see your ass.
But I think Ian's right. If you have a big Instagram, you can sell out 10 shows at the Improv.
No. I'm not talking about that. That's
Okay.
completely. But if you have an Instagram, okay, and you hit, and one of these greedy agents, these gavones, pick you up, and they book you, and they charge $30 for you, you're gonna get them for the 30 one time. It's like going to see Screech. He's gonna get you for the 30 one time, and then you're gonna go, this is a waste of my time.
Right.
Anybody who knows stand-up, number one, will not fall for that trick.
Right.
Anybody who's in the stand-up game will not fall for
Yeah, the beauty of it now, like there's stand-up nerds.
Right.
They're
That's
so
what
they're
we
so
have.
invested.
They're so
in this,
invested.
and they follow everybody. They treat us like Marvel characters or some shit, or DC versus like they invest just as much time into like where this person from, who they're associated with, what they said, what joke they got. Like they're into it, and that's beautiful. The internet.
We're going in like fucking Marines. You understand me?
Welcome to church, motherfucker.